Oh, Lord. Let's go. Let's see if I can get this up and gunning. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? No music? Let's see. How's everybody doing? How was everybody's weekend? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope you had a good weekend. Babsy's up here in the building. We about to get into some news. Bada boom, bada bing. So, yeah, hold on there. Let me see. Where's my chat? There it is. Hi, Soca gal. All right, Poison Ivy, Tyrone, what's up? How do my eyes look today? How do my eyes look today? How do my eyes look today? Because you know. Okay. Let's turn this on. People, so much is going on. Should I put my headphones on? I always feel like I'm not in the loop if I can't hear myself. Chef Fox, what's up, my baby? So people, so much is going on right now. And I want to give you guys the Caribbean news rundown for the week. And let you guys know everything that's happening. Yada, 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 yada. Right? So first thing first, we have some drama going on in Trinidad with a Christmas list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the link out to let everybody know I'm live. Because Christmas list has found himself in a very, very, very set of hot water. And it's not looking real good for him right now. And if I was him, I would have not been carrying on the way that he was. So let me send this out. And also, I just want to get an update on the weather because there's some tropical depressions going on in the Caribbean and stuff like that. Also, there's been some changes in the travel advisories. So you know how that goes. But, yeah. Why does the setup look like this? Anyhow, hi, Jamie. Poison Ivy. Okay, let me send the link out. Because people are probably like, she's not going live on Monday. Guys, I'm sticking to my program. So you're going to see me Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday over here. This is where you're going to see me. You're going to see me here. So, yeah. Christmas list is in a whole heap of trouble in Trinidad. So we're going to get to that right now because he basically made a huge mistake by you know what? Sometimes I don't think these guys think about what they're doing. Originally, I used to kind of feel sorry for him and be like, okay, you know what? I don't know if, you know, I don't know if he's getting targeted and stuff like that. But now I kind of feel like, you know what? You should have just went back to Trinidad and chilled out and calmed yourself down, but you went back and you started to do all kind of stuff, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So I got disconnected. Did I get disconnected? Hold on. Am I here? When you guys can see me, what the hell happened? What the heck happened? How could I be disconnected? I don't understand this. Oh, you can see and hear me just fine. So, how come some people can see me and some people can't? I'm looking at the like production screen and I can see me. So why is everyone saying give me a few minutes? What's going on? Okay, you can see me and you can hear me. Okay. Tyrone Cunningham, Poison Ivy. Okay, Chewy Cat. I was about to say what's going on. Like, how did I get disconnected? Okay. So let's go over the Christmas list situation because at first I kind of felt bad for him, but now I'm kind of like, Chris, you're playing games with Trinidad, and this is not going to work the way that you think it's going to work. You got to stop this right now, because this can't operate the way that you wanted it to operate. And I can kind of understand how he sees things too, because being DJ Evelina, we got to talk, boo. I want to talk to you, okay? I'm gonna holler at you on IG. All right, I'm gonna try to get at you on IG. Well, we gotta talk. So here's what's happened. Christmas List goes to Trinidad. Now, he's one of these sensationalist type, crime type bloggers, right? Now, what people don't understand is the Caribbean is the Caribbean is the Caribbean. They have their own rules. They have their own make-believe laws. They will pull out laws out their ass when they feel like, and they'll reinforce things when they feel like it, and they'll let things go when they don't feel like it, and whatever. This is a place that you have to be careful in, especially when police start to come around you and start having conversations. As you know, I am the, I guess what they want to call it. What title do I get now, guys? Because you see all these reports coming out that they're like, worldwide, I'm #1. Like, oh my God. How did they arrive at this? But anyhow, so basically, Christmas List went to Trinidad, and he was down there like filming gangs and filming stuff and whatever. Now, at the end of the day, it kind of seemed like harmless maybe, and he was just filming and stuff like that. So what happens is, the day before he's leaving, the police come and they call him, and they're like, we need to talk to you. You got to come in because we have an investigation going on, and we think you can help us with it. So he's kind of like, nah, I don't want to come. What am I going to get help with? Blah, 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 whatever. So they're like, no, you need to come. Yeah, hit the like button, folks. So they said, no, you need to come and have a conversation with us. So Christmas List was kind of worried about that, because he was like, look, I don't, Earth to 473. Hi, Earth to 473. So he was like, no, I'm not coming to talk to the police or whatever. So now he goes and he interviews on television, and when he comes out, the police are outside waiting for him, and they're like, we need to talk to you. You need to come and see us. He's like, nah, I don't want to see you. He goes to the embassy, Canadian embassy. Here's where the problem comes. He goes to the Canadian embassy, but there's a level 3 travel advisory against Trinidad. Right? And it was essential travel only. So this is where people don't understand themselves. Why whenever I do like the travel advisories and stuff, and people get mad because they're like, oh, you're trying to say our country is the worst in the world and blah 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 blah. No, but there's a whole multitude of reasons why a country could be avoid non-essential travel. So he's in Trinidad with a level 3 advisory against Trinidad. So now the embassy is scanty. They're not really there to help, because you're not supposed to be there. This is where things start to fall out of control for him as a Canadian. The embassies are in countries, but if you're not supposed to be there because there's a travel advisory against the country, you might be shit out of luck with the embassy getting help from them. They'll look at you and be like, you're not supposed to be here. And Caribbean people don't like to work to begin with. They'll be like, nah, what are you doing here? So what happens now is they tell him to leave Trinidad right away. He goes home. He's packing because he's leaving for Trinidad to Toronto, Miami the next morning, because he drove his car to Miami from Toronto. Gets arrested. He gets charged with sedition. Right? So they're saying that he's trying to incite gang violence and this and that and whatever. This is the second charge in the history of Trinidad that he gets charged with sedition now. So he gets a sedition charge. And he is now stuck in Trinidad because the High Court in Trinidad has his passport. Now, he goes to court. After 6-7 days of being in jail, he gets to go to court. He gets bail. This is the part that people don't understand. He gets bail. So somebody put their house up as the bail for him. So everybody who's talking about why did he go back, blah, blah, because he's on bail. If he never went back to Trinidad this time, the person would have lost their house from the bail arrangement and agreement. So what happens is he gets bail, and then he applies to the High Court to get his passport back and have a condition of his bail to say, look, I need to go back to Canada and I will come back for my court date, which they agreed to. So all of this is going smooth, right? Now, He comes back to Trinidad, goes to Trinidad, ends up going to court, and this is where he starts to mess up. He has to fire his lawyers because he says he doesn't have the kind of money to pay his legal team and whatever. They wanted 50,000 US. I don't know why people feel like court is cheap. I don't know why people think that getting lawyers and retaining lawyers is cheap. I talk about that all the time. You're going to hear cries in a minute on YouTube because some people are going to have to get some lawyers. And when they have to go and retain a lawyer to go to court with me now, they're going to cry. It's going to cost them a lot of money. That court costs money, especially criminal court. Like sedition is under the criminal code. So now he fires his lawyers. He says, like, I'm going to represent myself. Huge mistake. You don't even know anything about sedition. You don't know what's going on. You don't even know why you're being targeted. You don't even know what's happening yet. So you fire your lawyers. You go to court, represent yourself. Originally, they said that they wanted to give him the court date in earlier October, November. He pushed his date out because he's like, oh, I want to travel and whatever. So here's the Canadian coming out now. Here's the Canadian in him coming out now. He's like, oh, push the date back to January because I have traveling to do. What do you mean push the court date back? Boy, get your ass in court and get this thing settled. Why would you push your court date out? Why wouldn't you just have an early court date, settle this, and go? So he's like, no, I want to push my court date back to January because I need to travel. So now it's like, what is going on, bruh? What are you doing, bruh? So anyhow, comes back out. Still again, now he has to apply to the High Court to get his passport back so that he can travel back to Canada now on this last court case. So what happens is he starts filming. While he's down there and gone back to this same braga filming criminals and this is an ex gang member who turned his life around. Brother, go and interview Kes. Don't tell me about working the morning and then hard work, wine and jam. Go and interview Marshall. Go and interview somebody. What you gone back in this thing for again? This is why I have to burn you out for this move now. Because this looks belligerent now. Why would you go back and start interviewing these gunmen and these people? They don't want you filming these people. You're in their country. You got to operate how they want. You operating like in the mind of Canadian. You can't tell me what I can and can't film. Well, they going to fling your raw soul in prison. Well, you gone back down there to film this cunt again. So you gone back filming this thing. You did have some content. You eat a pepper in Moruga and all kind of things. But when you gone back down there, gone and film criminals and things, then you bring Gary Griffith on your platform. Gary Griffith is the ex-police commissioner of Trinidad, who Keith Rowley, the current prime minister of Trinidad, and him hate one another. Hate one another and the two of them at war. And you gonna interview this man. When he interviewed Gary Griffith, and I'm sure Gary Griffith is a wonderful human being in real life, you know, but when he went and interviewed Gary Griffith, I turned around and I said, nah boy, you gonna get fuck up, you know. This thing here, you don't even know what they're following you for and what they mad at you with you about, whatever. Anyhow, last week now they end up detain him and say that he money laundering. That's just a charge to fling on him so that they could go through his phone and go through his camera and make his life miserable and take away things from him. This is the Caribbean. They can fling any charge on you and you ain't got no recourse. So he come out Thursday night now and he was like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm out 12 hours. I'm this, that, you know, somebody, blah, 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 you know, and he just going on like that. Next day now, he get detained again now. Now he got detained for trying to throw a party in an event. And he got detained for, like, so basically, he's in Trinidad operating without a work permit, which he was already charged for the first time when this edition came, but they dropped that charge against him. So he come back filming with no work permit, want to throw an event with no work permit, and this is what they arrested him now, and he's in immigration court. They want to schedule and put him for deportation. So putting him for deportation now is a huge issue because if they deport him, he's gonna whoever house is up for him for his bail, they're gonna lose their bail. He's in violation of his bail conditions. And I know how these Canadians think. I live in Canada. I grow up with Canadian people. I know how they think. You can't tell me what I can and can't film. You can't this. You can't that. You ain't see the film in America when them end up kill people and shoot people. You see how these people just get shoot by police in America because they just press and push and press and push and press and push. That's how their mentality is. Now let me tell you something, and let's have a real conversation now. I've been a Caribbean blogger for how many years? You never see none of these people on my platform. What's the first thing you always see me say on my platform? When I became regional, what did I say? No politics discussions on my platform. I do not discuss Caribbean politics on my platform. People are always like, oh, but election is happening. I don't care. We are not discussing politics on my platform. Why not? Because of this. It's very clear to me right now what's happening. It's one of two things that's happening to Christmas List. One, he either pissed off somebody on the PNM who is in current office in Trinidad, right? The PNM is a political team, political side, tend to be more on the African Trinidadian side of things, right? Trinidad is very divided racially between Indians and blacks. You would never know that Trinidad carnival time, but trust and believe, I think Trinidad elections is next year if my old mind serves correctly. So the PNM is in office. You have this white man coming from Canada filming all this crime, and all they're saying in their mind is, we have elections coming up. This is going to look bad against us. You have all these gunmen on video talking out about against the current government, and we don't need this right now. That could be one reason. The other reason could be, it could be the UNC, which is the other political side, which is fucking around Chris to try to make the PNM look bad and try to give the impression that the PNM is the one that's fighting him. So this is a political battle. And from the time I saw Gary Griffith, I'm like, this is gonna be a problem. You cannot bring these politically charged people on your platform. You cannot bring these political radicals on your platform like that. You're not a humanitarian, Christmas List. You're not a philanthropist. You're not a missionary. What are you like? You don't know anything about Trinidad. You don't know anything about Trinidad. You are a vlogger that goes to you went to Afghanistan. I don't know what the fuck you're doing down in there. Right? So clearly you like to live on the edge. I don't know what you would make you go to Afghanistan and these places. These places got bombs dropping on them and all kinds of things, and he down there filming. Down there. So that's the type of vlogger he is. He come down to Trinidad, so he don't know nothing about Trinidad. He keep talking about, oh, Trinidadian people are on my side. No, they're not. You need to understand. You don't understand Trinidadians, you know. You don't know them. You don't understand how they operate. Trinidadians love me to the ground I walk on, and then this year when I say, well, the travel advisory came out and I wouldn't go to Trinidad Carnival if I were you, half of them want to kill me. They will turn on you in a heartbeat. These people will turn on you. Not all Trinidadians, you know. I'm just saying, like, it was a big problem for me to come and say that Canada put a travel advisory against Trinidad and you can't go down there. Gang violence and these things happening. Then now some incidents go down in Barbados, and my father died, and these people messaging me, and we picking out coffins, and they're like, did you see what happened in Barbados today? How come you didn't post it? But if it was Trinidad, you would be quick to post it. That's how these people operate. You would never live to see these people. Gary Griffith on Gary Griffith, that whole interview, if you want to go and watch it, is an attack against Keith Rowley. Every single thing he talk about. Oh, well, you know, this current prime, 2 minutes into the interview, oh, how come you know, he became a police and this and that. Chris is talking to him. Oh, well, because I don't like bullies. And our prime minister is the biggest bully. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Chris, were you gonna film this for? Why you didn't go and find out how Richards does make the bacon shark? Why you ain't went down on Arapita Avenue and find out how they just make corn soup and thing? What you gone in this thing for? What you went in this thing for? What fete was I at Carnival and Gary Griffith in front of me? I ain't even wave at him. Last year Sumfest last year I'm at Sumfest in Jamaica. Babsy Grange is this far from me. I could have easily went and shook her hand and be like, my name is Babsy. Babsy Grange, I ain't want none with these people. Babsy Grange tie up with all Klansmen and one order, and I don't want nothing to do with these people. I've been a blogger for years. I don't go around politically charged people like that, and they can't come on my platform and come and talk about nobody. So when you gone and bring these people on your platform now and they come and they saying this and they saying that and whatever, no, you have to understand you don't know who's against you, so you can't make the moves. But typical Canadian, like, yeah, let me put my chest up and let me do my thing and you can't stop me. And brother, sit your ass down and chill out and find out who's trying to fuck you up first. You didn't even know who your enemy is. You don't even know who your enemy is. Now every time your name get Googled, what you see? Oh, Christmas list this, Christmas list that. Boom, bang. Brother, you're gonna fuck up yourself. Over YouTube. And everybody talk about he can come back and sue this government. And he sue the government and do what? He ain't got no money to sue no government. But he don't even have the money to put up for his own bail. He ain't even have the money. He had to fire his lawyers. What's sue what government? So if he gets deported now, that's gonna go on his record. He now fuck up. He's now in a big, huge situation. So they're doing all kind of inquest injunctions for him and whatever because they're trying to deport him. If they deport him, whoever put up their house for the bail, it gone. Then people know better than to Gary Griffith use him and he fell. Then people can't come on my platform, boy. You mad? Keska, come up here. Hello, hello, hello. Marshall could come up here. He ha. Them Patrice Roberts could come up here. But Gary Griffith come up here. Not Rasomi. Not Rasomi. You could imagine this man gone and bringing politically charged people gone in the ghetto. This is a reformed gangster. This is this buddy. This is that buddy. Them they can't go in people's country and film them things. Imagine somebody come at your house and your lawn cut nice and all this done, and then they want to say, oh, I want to look in your bathroom and film it. And you're like, well, I ain't cleaned my bathroom since last week, you know, and I want to film your bathroom. But I ain't clean my. I want to film your bathroom. That's basically what you're doing. I have a right to. No, in Trinidad, you have no right to do nothing. But hush, you can't. And all this talk about Trinidadians is on you side and this and that. Nobody ain't on you side. Them just talking on social media because it's talk. It's talk. It's entertainment for them to come and say thing on social media. You can get locked up. I don't understand. So right now, I don't think he was wrong in the beginning. I feel like it was innocent. Tyrone said not raw. So me. Them people can't come on my thing. You ever see them people around me? I tell you, Babsy Green standing a minute, and Edmund Bartlett and them in front of me, security guards running and thing. I ain't even look at them. I there watching the show. Sing Tommy Lee crying about come out of prison and how jailed it hard and thing with his little chubby self. Cause you know Tommy Lee to put on a little bit of weight and thing. I say, them in front of me, I ain't even looking at them. Straight my head looking. I don't want to see the Babsy Grange and Edmund Bartlett and these people. I don't want these people to take me and them as friends. I don't want no links with them. I don't want no conversations with them. That's it. So when he gone back down there now, Adria, what's up, girl? Hey, Melinda. So when they gone back down there now, he gone back and filming the same thing. So it's like he telling them, one can't tell me what to do. And that's the Canadian in him that come out now. One can't tell me what to do. I can do what I want to do. All right. fling your ass in prison and sit down. So right now, they from the last update, they were saying that they drop a like on the video, please, guys, because I'm gonna be doing these on Monday, Caribbean news. Yeah. So the last thing, they're challenging the deportation, because if he gets deported, all he bail and thing gone, you know. All he bail, everything gone. National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines has agreed not to deport Canadian YouTuber Christmas List Hughes and release him as soon as possible. Justice Robin Mohammed was told of this agreed position as a late afternoon hearing on September the 9th. Senior Counsel Gregory Delzin, lead attorney for the Chief Immigration Officer, and the Attorney General said Hughes would be released as soon as possible pending the hearing and the determination of his legal challenge. We will try to do it today or tomorrow first thing. Hughes' legal team of Tobago Singh, Gerald Ramdeen, Karina Singh, Dayada Harapal, and Vashi C. Prasad confirmed the agreement. So I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm just going to be clear. These are all very Indian sounding names. This is very UNC sounding to me. Right off the bat, these are not black people. These are Indian names. C. Prasad, Harapal, Ramdeen. These sound like Indian people. That's how I can tell you Chris caught up in this political thing, this PNM versus UNC thing. These sound like UNC people. That's what they sound like. Assurances were also given that the terms of the deportation order for Hughes' return to Trinidad and Tobago, if he's successful in having his bail varied so he can return to Canada, would not be affected until the matter is determined. Jamie, girl, you know I can catch that. These is Indian names. These is Indian people. These is UNC people. Trinidad is divided politically, and that division is done by race. It's not like Jamaica, where, like, you know, the JLP and the PNP is all like blacks on kind of both sides. I think, you know, like there's a lot of Indians in Jamaica and white people in Jamaica and stuff like that. But in Trinidad, they're divided down the middle. Like Kamla is Indian, Rowley is black. So this sound like Chris Muslis is involved in this thing, and he might not understand that he's being used as a pawn in this UNC thing. As soon as I read them names, those are all Indian names. And I'm not saying all Indian people are UNC, you know, and I'm not saying all black people are PNM, you know. But the way Trinidad is in general, that's the division that you're gonna see. That's the division you're gonna see. So you gotta pay attention to these things, right? At the hearing before Mohammed, Ramdeen had raised concern that the deportation orders for Hughes upon deportation to remain outside TNT, but Delzin said if Hughes leaves the country, he would be able to return. So basically, they want to deport him, and then have him come back for his case. Delzin said he could not give an undertaking to suspend the deportation order since he was not the minister, but told the court National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines would not frustrate its jurisdiction. Hughes is seeking to have his bail conditions varied so as it to be allowed to return to Canada. He has as he has previously done so. A hearing was set for September 9th, but this has been pushed to September the 13th. On Monday, Mohammed set timelines for filing evidence and case management hearing that has been fixed for October the 23rd. Early on Monday, Hughes' attorneys approached the High Court to challenge the deportation and continued detention by immigration. A new application was filed seeking Hughes' immediate release and injunction to prevent the state from taking steps to remove him from the jurisdiction pending the hearing and the determination of the matter. You see how confusing this sounds now? God is all big words and thing. They're gonna deport him, Tyrone, because he'll lose his bail, and they're gonna fuck up whoever is around him. One of these lawyers that he has is who put up their home for him. So if he's deported, he forfeits, like, all of that's gonna be forfeited. He violated his bail conditions. This is ugly. Trust me. This is ugly. He's playing checkers and they're playing check. He's a whole check. Nikita just said it right there. That's exactly what happened. He's in the middle of this. He doesn't even understand these people are. Cause when I saw his, I don't even want to get into that. Let's just keep going. He was 46. Who was before the court. How come these guys are all my age and me look so smooth and thing and them look, yo, my face look a little fat today though. Anyhow, I'm gonna read him. He was 46, who was before the court on a sedition charge, was arrested for a third time September 7th in the house of Diego Martin, where he had been ordered to stay as part of his bail condition. Since his arrest, Hughes has been detained at the Immigration Detention Center in I can never say this name, Aripo, Aripo. Sorry guys, sometimes Duns Babsy comes out. Justice Kevin Ramcharan granted an emergency injunction on September the 8th to allow his attorneys to get access to him for instructions. The Minister of National Security also signed a deportation order on Saturday. Hughes was served with it when he was arrested. The vlogger's legal team has sought out the injunction after receiving no response to a September 7th pre-action letter which challenged Hughes' latest arrest and detention. So he's in a lot of like legal, you know what I mean? He's on $100,000 bail. He says, I live in constant fear. Fear that I will never see my wife and children again. Fear that I will never get my passport back. And fear that my basic human rights are being trampled upon in a country where I am clearly being targeted. My family relies on me. And here I am, stuck and powerless, waiting for the next attempt to take away my freedom. What will they come for next? Your boxy, if you don't chill the fuck out. Your boxy hole is what they're coming for next. Because you want to play hardball with them, so they hardballing you, right? And you know about baseball, and them gone and get Brian Lara and Bravo, DJ Bravo, and they gone and get Chandler Paul and them to come and fuck you up and bowl you out. No, that's what they coming for next, your boxy. They can fuck you up. You're playing around with them. And they say you're playing tough. All right, watch and see. In August, Hughes fired his previous attorney. Oops, what did I do there? Undo. Hold on. In why did this move like this? Okay. In August, Hughes fired his previous attorneys over a dispute over legal fees. Right? Alleging that he had received a $50,000 U.S. invoice at the August 23rd hearing, his attorneys Pamela Elder, Anand Ram Logan, and Russell Warner withdrew their representation. The state is also represented by Janai Chung Singh and Chantel Lagore. So he's in a lot of trouble. Alfred Benjamin's laughing his box. That's what they coming for next. What the fuck they think he gonna happen? They can fuck him up. He don't understand what happening to him, you know. He don't really understand what's going on, you know. He don't understand that this thing here is a battle. He in a battle. He's in a war with Trinidad. He's in a war with Trinidad right now. He don't understand this. So if he is let go, let's say, and he's not deported, I don't think they're gonna deport him. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna probably just they're doing this to rough him up. They're not gonna deport him because it's gonna be a lot of issues and problems if they deport him, right? And if they do deport him, this is gonna be a total mess for him. They're gonna probably just let him go. He needs to stay away from the internet. I know he feels the need to talk about his every move, but he needs to stay away from the internet. He needs to stay away from the internet right now. That's my advice to him. Because if he doesn't chill himself out, he's gonna end up in a lot of trouble. He's pushing against these people, and Trinidadians don't play. When they're ready, they don't play. So that's the trouble that he's going through right now. He's going through pretty much just, hi Angel Love. Hey Christina. He's going through a chess game. Going through a chess game. And the Canadian Embassy has been quiet because they're not going to really help him. Right? Like, Poison Ivy said he's going right back on YouTube and talk. I think he's going to chill out. I think he's going to chill out this time. And this is the 4th country he's been arrested in, you heard. Well, this one here, Trinidad, is going to introduce him to Power Soca. Let me see your right hand. Whoever he got arrested before, them in Trinidad. Trinidad, brat, brat. Like, he could get fucked up. Where are my boxing gloves? I want to see your right hand. Show me your right hand. He gone to Trinidad and get arrested. The other places before they can show mercy upon he, but not Trinidad. And they're in the middle of election coming and thing. That's what people always say. People need to pay attention. The Caribbean is a very serious place. You have to be very careful and mindful when you play around with the Caribbean. Election time and thing, you coming now to come and expose gang violence during election time coming and all this stuff. You can't do that. They can fuck you up for that. Canada told him to stay his ass in the house. He gone now, traveling around and doing this. Go and film and see how Richard's Bacon Shark does make big. Go and film the doubles men and ting on the road. Right? Go and get Michael Teja, however you pronounce his name, and freedom in with DNA. Go and do them. Why you gone in this Trinidad thing and Plumpy Boss and these people? Go and film Patrice Roberts. Go and film Barron. You went and see if this gang man goal is real. Go and see if Barron goal is real. Go and see if Trinidad James goal is real. You could still got the same goals in mind, just change the people. Go and see if Barron goal is real. When you gone to see if some gunman, shotterman goal is real, keep out of this thing in people country. You're not Anderson Cooper. You ever see Anderson Cooper get locked up somewhere? You're not Don Lemon. You're not these people. You're not Oprah Winfrey. You can't just go in people's country and be like, I come to expose all the evil. No, the fuck you not. Chill out sometimes, man. Even for me, I'm Babsy, right? Babsy's the Caribbean blogger. I know what battles to fight. I know what battles to fight. You see St. Vincent? You ain't gonna see me go back down in St. Vincent anytime soon, Because when this Yogi Ferrell situation happened, Yogi Ferrell versus the Prime Minister's son, she in a mental institution, and then Babsy and Andrew Pilgrim get involved and get her out of the mental institution. Babsy get this girl out of the mental institution from Canada, The Gonzalez family, The same family you see Cartel down there running up and down with. So I know I can't go in St. Vincent. I cannot go in St. Vincent. Because I interfere in a process now that saved somebody's life. So it was worth it for me. But I know that the exchange to save this girl's life is that I can't go down there. You ain't gonna see me in St. Vincent. You understand? The only way you can see me in St. Vincent is if I go down there with like Mia Motley and Santia Bradshaw and them people there, and I with them security, Prime Minister level security and thing. I ain't going down there. They can kill me. They will kill me. Right, all them is what with their official pass credential. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not somebody. You're not a humanitarian. You don't know nothing about Trinidad. Trinidadians don't even know you. Trinidadians know me, and I ain't going down an interview with no Gary Griffith. I sure he's a wonderful man, and I sure he makes a very mean palau. But he's not coming on my platform to come and make my platform look political and put me in racial problems. You gotta understand this thing. That's why I always tell people, it's not just about, you go travel somewhere and then some big shot people call your name and you run into them. No. Every time there's an election in a country, then people will be messaging me, oh, this is the press secretary for so. Nah, I ain't coming. Them can't come up here and talk on my thing. You mad? Oh, but you have a wide reach of people. I know I have a wide reach of people that you guys would love to have. But you're not going to come and contaminate my people. I'm not letting you come up here and tell these people not there was in 2016, the Jamaica, the people that wanted to use my platform to come in. I said, not wrestle me. Or Tambourine come up and beat Tambourine in the rope. Not me. You can't come up here with that. You can't come up here with that because I don't think that I don't want to interfere with no damn politics and thing. Cause I want to play dirty and I play clean, so we ain't gonna get along. I on the side of integrity and morality and humanity, and you on the other side. You don't think you're overextending your relevancy and popularity? It depends on who you ask. When you're a politician and you see somebody on Facebook and their page got 30 million people reached for that month alone, you're gonna be like, that's a Caribbean page that people that be listening to from our country, and we want to talk to her on Facebook or hey Roja, big up yourself. So it depends. If you're from an island that has 100,000 people and Babsy reach is 30 million, what do you think? Narcissistic behavior is crazy. Okay, I'm a loser then. So then why you here? What you come here for? Why you following a narcissist? Birds of a feather flock together. You ever hear me tell you I could change? I could change the direction that the sun that we travel around the sun? No. But if I have a platform where Caribbean people are listening to, why you think that Caribbean politicians wouldn't want to use it? They want to go on Wendy Williams' show where nobody that watching Wendy is a Caribbean person and voting. Wouldn't they want to speak to people that is in their region that voting? I tell you, I important. I tell you that what they want and the target demographic that who they have is the people that follow me. That's who they want. Narcissistic behavior. Okay. So, at the end of the day, I just say, look, everybody, when you go into people country, go and film the type of different mangoes Trinidad got. Go and film the different kind of sugar cane them got. Philly Yardy vibes, big up. Poison Ivy, let me give you a wrench so you can block these people too. I'm gonna add you on. So this is the thing. When you're in the Caribbean, you can't act Canadian. Go on the resort. If you're going with your friends, go and fuck 2 and 3 girls. Right? Wear a condom. Drink the white rum. Punch in. Whatever. And come home. I've been in Trinidad a million times. I never went see lots yet. I never went Laventille yet. I never went beat 'em yet. What going down there for? Beat 'em now. You're driving on the road and they got a wall built so that when the Queen came to Trinidad, Trinidad built a wall to block out Beat 'em so you can't see Beat 'em from the highway. And you gone down in there. What you gone down in there for? I live in Toronto. I don't even go Driftwood. I don't even go I don't go Driftwood. I don't go Jane and Finch. I don't go Shoreham. I from Malvern, born and raised. And even though they get all the gang men and thing out of Malvern, I don't go in Malvern. And I wasn't born there, but I from there. That's why I grew up, and I don't go in Malvern. When my mother used to have to go to medical appointments and thing, I always used to be like, all right. And you can't just go in people's country and go in the worst parts and then filming and let them talk about them prime minister and them government ain't doing this for them and them government ain't doing that for them, and then you don't even film the government side because the government come back and say, well, hold on now, we were down in C lots and we did this and we put this initiative and they didn't want to use it, and so you're giving one-sided narratives that can piss off politicians. Because the only side narrative politicians like is their own side. And when you expose the truth, you have to expose the truth by battling and juggling both sides. You can't just show one side. So that's what Christmas is find himself fuck up in. He gone down in the people country. He's showing up the people. And then it's like, well, I'm just exposing the truth. Brother, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. And this is news for anybody else. I feel they can go in Trinidad and just, you can't just go down the people country and start filming up the people thing like that. That can't work. Don't do that. He's so mad he's gonna create a... Hey, let me tell you something. One thing about these people is sickening. I have some Trinidadians that are angry with me because earlier this year the travel advisory was raised against them. I'm gonna get to those now too. Travel advisory was raised against Trinidad just before Carnival, and I talked about it, and they were very upset about that. A lot of them, they were like, I'm trying to tear down their Carnival because crop over sucks, and all these things, and it was like, no. I'm not trying to tear down nobody. I'm reading the travel advisory. You're asking me my honest opinion, and my honest opinion is you should not be going to Trinidad Carnival this year in the middle of a gang war. That was my take on it, and they were mad about it, and they were upset about it, and they felt like, you know, that I'm trying to destroy the reputation of the country and these things. The thing is, I ain't make the travel advisory. So then now, the issue with that is like they're trying to make it seem like I diss them country. I'm reading the travel advisory, and as a Caribbean blogger, there's no way I'm gonna get up here and be like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything because of the travel advisories because I don't want to ruin tourism, and people that follow me go down to the country and get shoot and kill. I ain't about that. I ain't about that. You go down to a country on your own accord after I gave you information. They always get mad at me for speaking the truth. You know what I mean? So let's get to the travel advisories right now for the Caribbean. So Christmas list, I'm going to give you an update on that. But right now, so Jamaica, there's been some changes on their travel advisory. I'm not going to go into Jamaica because you already know how that can go. St. Vincent had an update done to their health because you know, there was some issues with Hurricane Beryl. So St. Vincent is okay, but Union Island is avoid all non-essential travel still for St. Vincent. So St. Vincent is fine, Union Island is not fine. So don't be traveling to Union Island anytime soon. There's issues still because of Hurricane Beryl. St. Kitts is fine, it's in the clear. Trinidad and Tobago has some issues with dengue fever cases, and they've just been updated to avoid all non-essential travel to Beetham, Cocorite, downtown Port of Spain, east of Charlotte Street, south of Piccadilly Street. Jesus Christ, how you guys street names? What happened to like Shepherd? And North Independence Square, Laventille, and Sea Lots. So they're you cannot travel to those areas. Beetham, Cocorite, downtown Port of Spain, Laventille, and Sea Lots. So that's been updated for Trinidad. So do not travel to those areas at all. There's been some changes to the Dominican Republic and Cuba. The Dominican Republic is saying to exercise a high degree of caution because of the border closing with Haiti. That's the main issue that they have over there going on in the Dominican Republic. Cuba, there's shortages right now of basic necessities, food, fuel, and medicine. So exercise a high degree of caution over there. Panama is in the clear. Virgin Islands, US is in the clear. Guatemala and Honduras have exercised high degrees of cautions. Coco Reet. Okay, alright, Coco Reet. That must have been in a soca song somewhere. I should know that. Curacao is fine. Guadeloupe is fine. Saint Martin is fine. French Guiana is fine. Saint Martin is fine. Bonaire is fine. Turks and Caicos is fine. Haiti is avoid all travel altogether. Do not go there. Grenada is fine. Going through this list, the list long, you know. Antigua and Barbuda is fine. Guyana is exercise a high degree of caution. Barbados is fine. Bahamas is exercise a high degree of caution. They were having issues with dengue fever, but there is a extremely high rate of crime in Freeport and Nassau. Nassau. Jesus Lord. Martinique is fine. Pretty much the rest of the Caribbean is okay. Let's go through the other islands. St. Lucia is fine. Bermuda is fine. British Virgin Islands is fine. Dominica is fine. Kazakhstan is not fine, by the way. I don't know if you want to go to Kazakhstan at any point in time. But, yeah, let's see. That's pretty much that. I get almost all of that. Suriname is fine. And, oh no, Reunion Island is Africa, but even though it's fine. Canary Islands is fine. So yeah, you know, there's pretty much Montserrat is okay. Cayman Islands is okay. Anguilla is okay. Aruba is okay. Yeah. So that's that. So the travel advisories have changed. Kazakhstan is never good, I know, eh? And guys, we have a tropical storm that's being created today. Tropical Storm Francine. Even though the hurricane season has slowed down a bit, the disturbance is basically happening right now. It's going to turn into Hurricane Francine. So they're going to have updates on that. It's going to be the 6th storm. And it's not really going to affect the Caribbean too much, because it's like creating around the Gulf of Mexico. But we do need to keep our eye on it, because you do know how these hurricanes can travel and change directions and stuff like that. Thanks, Christina. I look amazing today. I try. You know, or old girl like me, I try to hang in there, you know. You understand what I mean? Crime in the Caribbean right now, quickly. We have to have some type of intervention done, because over the last couple of months, especially, this last year has been the most depressing year for me when it comes to being a blogger and looking at like the news that's coming out of the Caribbean. It is insane when you're seeing 12-year-olds and 7-year-olds murdered, and like this, something is going on, and I want to do a full session for that to talk about it. But like right now, I just want to say, like, you know, a lot of these countries, crime, like, it's just out of control. Barbados is over 30 murders this year already. I know Trinidad is at 400 and something. Like, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. And it's gun violence. And you can't walk to Trinidad. You can't walk to Barbados. You can either get there by plane or by boat. So how are these guns getting into these countries? We don't have any gun manufacturing companies in the Caribbean. Like what's going on, and where's all these high tech machinery coming from? How are these guns coming into our islands? It's insane. It's insane. And like when I'm seeing the news from Trinidad, I'm in my mind, I'm like, what is going on every day? And it's not like, it's not a reflection of the people when there's crime, when crime is happening. It's a reflection of the governance. It's a reflection of the governance. And then the people come down the totem pole. Like, if you're gonna be in an area and gunshot and violence is happening and you can't speak out and you can't say anything, you're just gonna be in the middle of gun violence for the rest of your life, because you can't say anything, you can't speak out, you can't do anything about it, right? Like, I don't think 16-year-olds should be getting murdered in the Caribbean. When I see mass murders in America, I don't even blink, because that's America, and I know that America was built off of a dark spirit. You can't just come and push people out the country and kill off Indians, and you know what I mean? So when I see the things happening in America, I'm never shocked, I'm never surprised, because I'm like, yeah, this is America. This is what they built off of. They built off of darkness. So the constant killing and murders and stuff in these countries is because of the darkness. But like, when I see what's going on in the Caribbean, and I'm seeing like people getting killed every single day, and like 3 and 4 people a day, and it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. What I'm gonna do on next week's segment, I'll be back here next week Monday from 6 to 7. I'm gonna give a breakdown of the murder rate for each country, and I'm gonna show you guys like what's really happening, because like really and truly, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Cause I don't know. I don't know what people are so angry about. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't have much to be angry about. I didn't have much to be angry about. But again, maybe it's because I grew up, I grew up in a home with my mom and my dad and whatever, and like I don't see what everyone is so upset about. Like, what are you so upset about to the point that you got to pick up a gun and shoot and kill people? Right? Like, let's show you guys the... Let's see if I can bring this in. I'm going to show you guys the murder rate. Why is this doing this? Okay, let me see if I can bring this up. Bear with me for a sec. I know you can't see me. I'm coming back. Don't cry. I don't know why this is not coming up. So let me try this way. I don't know who that is outside talking. Hush your Russell. Yeah, let me pull this up. But yeah, so like when I look at last year's murder, homicide rates and stuff like that, I'm in shock, because I just say to myself, like, guys, come on, man, we can't live like this. We can't live like this. And realistically, it's like, why is... Delete. I'm gonna delete myself. Okay. And then I don't know how I got here, and I can't move myself. I have this new program that I'm using, and it's a learning curve. So now I gotta find out how to get myself out of here. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna bring myself back. So yeah, I'm gonna let me see, where am I now? There I am. All right. And then I'm gonna bring this in. Right. Here we go. Let me bring this big because I know people are going to be like, I can't see. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a little glitch here. So, yeah, let's look at the homicide rates for 2023. So, for the homicide rate for 2023, as you can see, in the Caribbean, Latin and Caribbean, like, well, yeah, Jamaica. I'm not gonna say anything about Jamaica because I'm not even getting in an argument with no Jamaican person today. I can't even deal with that right now. This is really and truly last year's murder homicide rates, right? And as you can see, like, I'm making it bigger. Come on. Right. You should be able to see that now. He felt that because he's a white man, he could go and do as he feels, you know. But yeah, so Jamaica's at 60.9. That's extremely high. They're number one actually in the world, I think, for murder rates right now. Yeah, Jamaicans will get very upset about that shit right now. I'm not doing no argument. Right? Then the next place is Ecuador, second. Haiti was third. Trinidad was fourth. So I don't know. There's been this rumor going around that Trinidad has a higher murder rate than Jamaica. It doesn't. And I kept talking about it. And they kept saying that I'm lying because I like Trinidadians and I don't like Jamaicans. But they don't have a higher murder rate than Jamaica. Right? Venezuela, Honduras, Colombia, Mexico, Belize, Guyana, Brazil, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Panama, Uruguay, Nicaragua, Paraguay, Chile, Peru, El Salvador. So yeah, they're a lot higher than us. They're way higher than us. Way higher than us. Like in the Caribbean, right? They're Latin America. Their rates are way higher, even with our smaller populations. Because like places like St. Kitts, you know, if they have a murder, it gets like 2 murders for 1 murder for them and stuff like that. So we're gonna give a breakdown of the rates next week. And someone said upset the junk or them. No, drop a like on my video, guys. I'm not gonna upset them because they always feel like it's like they're being picked on or whatever. And it's just like, nigga, you number 1 in track and field and you number 1 in murders. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So do you guys like this new segment, this time, and a breakdown of what's happening in the Caribbean over the weekend? If you do, can you like leave a comment right now in the chat and tell me how you feel about it? I only want to do it an hour because I don't want you guys to have too much Babsy. I want you guys to kind of, because I have the dancehall discourse tomorrow. And I'm just trying to get back into a groove. So I don't want to be here for like 3-4 hours. I'm not playing that at all. You are. But if you like this segment, tell me how you feel about it. Give me some feedback. What would you change? What would you like? Because this week was really the first one. I was supposed to have it last week, but then I had some drama with the thunderstorm and the internet. And yeah, mama hungry, papa hungry, right? Tell me what you think. Riri, what's up, girl? Do you guys like this segment? Do you feel like you want to have like the current topics, me breaking it down? Legato! Time is good. I can still get to sleep on time for work in the AM. Yeah. So this was the major complaint of my platform. England is feeling left out. And no, that was Ecuador. I thought El Salvador was very safe now. They said, yeah, Ecuador and El Salvador. It's Ecuador you're seeing, not El Salvador. It's Ecuador. El Salvador is at the bottom because they're the safest right now in Latin America. Yeah. So English people have been complaining. They're saying, Babsy, we live in England and we want to still see you, and you're going late. You're going live too late in the night. So I said, okay, I'm gonna come, and then I went and looked through my stats, and then I said, okay, you know what, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the best time for you guys, realistically, so that kind of most of us can be here. You know, Australia can't be here, India can't be here, because for some reason I do have a very strong Indian following. Because I used to be the West Indian governor, and like they started following me from that, and they just interested. You can still do your homework after Earth to 473. Great. I do the job during the time. I'm just off today, so it's a cool segment. All right, cool. All right. So next week I'm gonna give a breakdown of like really the number of murders that we're at for the year for each Caribbean island, and then I'm just gonna talk about things that maybe we could look at. Maybe there'll be an update on Christmas list by then. He's supposed to have an update, and yeah. We'll be seeing what's happening in the Caribbean. So this segment's not really gonna focus on like festivals and carnivals and stuff like that. This segment's gonna more focus on like the news. And I'm not gonna keep it too long. And I'm still gonna have my Caribbean currents 1 minute reels in the day. So here we go. Love you guys. Ixie Bixie, big up yourself. Christina, Nikita, Tyrone, Earth to 473. You're newly converted. A Brown 17. Thank you so much for the feedback. Jason Edwards, big up yourself. Legato, we gotta talk, by the way. I gotta talk to you about something. Riri, and even to the haters in the chat that come to Jamaican Diaspora 1.0, Angel Love. Yeah, love you guys. Thank you for coming through. Hope to see you next week, Monday, 6 to 7. If you have any topics you want to talk about, I do have a Babsy Media group on WhatsApp. I'm going to share the link on the video after it posts. So come back and join the group so that you'll be able to see what's happening, where I am, and what's going on and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Love everybody. Christmas list. Keep your ass off the internet if you watching this. You going fuck up. You playing with you. Let me see your right hand. Stop playing with them. All right. Later, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Dance All Discourse 6 till 8. Bye.